We don't do things that protect our interest in our way. We play defense. We just try to conserve. We don't build.
Is Caitlin Clark really ditching the WNBA for Europe? You've heard the rumors, right? Everyone's talking about how the rookie sensation might be packing her bags and heading across the pond. But hold up, we've got some inside info that's going to blow your mind. Let me tell you, the truth is way crazier than the rumors. We're about to bust this myth wide open. You're going to learn exactly what Clark's planning for the offseason, and trust me, it's not what you think. By the end of this video, you'll be the one shutting down all those false stories your friends are spreading. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
They don't know how to take advantage of this moment. Hey, we can do it. No different than, hey, we bought up some golfers for the Live Golf League. Hey, you know what? America and Americans, they're so stupid.
You know how rumors spread like wildfire? Well, this one about Caitlin Clark leaving for Europe has been burning up social media. Everyone's been talking about it, sharing posts and speculating like crazy. But here's the thing, most of these rumors are built on shaky ground. It all started when Gabby Williams, a WNBA player who's played overseas, made some comments about WNBA salary. She talked about how players often head to Europe to make more money. Williams said, "I don't know how sustainable it is for the top players to stay in the WNBA their whole career." That got people thinking. They looked at Clark, the hottest rookie in the league, and thought, is she gonna bail for a bigger paycheck? The rumor mill went into overdrive. People were saying Clark was definitely heading to Europe. Some even claimed they had inside sources. It was wild. You had fans freaking out, thinking they were going to lose their new favorite player before she even finished her rookie season. But hold up, let's break this down. Yeah, Williams made a good point about WNBA salary. It's true that a lot of players go overseas to make more money, but here's what everyone missed. Clark isn't just any player. She's a superstar, a generational talent. Her situation is different. While everyone was busy spreading rumors, Clark herself was setting the record straight. In an interview, she shut down all the speculation. Clark said, "I have no intentions of going overseas. I think I'll have great opportunities here in the United States." Boom. Just like that, the rumor mill got dunked on. So why did people believe this rumor so easily?
Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, the people running the NBA and the WNBA, they are idiots. They don't know how to maximize this Caitlin Clark gift.
It's because WNBA players going overseas is actually pretty common. Lots of players head to Europe or Asia during the offseason to make extra cash. It's been happening for years, but Clark's making it clear she's not following that path. This whole situation shows how quickly misinformation can spread, especially when it comes to popular athletes like Clark. One comment from another player, and suddenly everyone's convinced Clark's packing her bag. It's a reminder to always check the source and wait for the player themselves to speak up. Now that we've cleared up the rumor mill, it's time to follow the money. What if I told you that Clark's WNBA salary is just a fraction of what she's really earning? The financial game in women's basketball is way more complicated than you might think. Let's break it down. The average WNBA player makes around $130,000 a year. That's not bad, right? But here's the kicker. Clark isn't your average player. She's a superstar, game changer, kind of talent that comes along once in a generation. You'd think she'd be raking in millions, but her WNBA salary is probably not even close to what you're imagining.
We have a gift here in Caitlin Clark. Again, and I don't know fully where Caitlin Clark stands. She may be a closeted feminist.
Here's where it gets wild. Clark's popularity is off the charts. She's breaking viewership records, selling out arenas, and basically carrying the entire league on her back. But her WNBA paycheck is like comparing a Ferrari to a bicycle. The league has a strict salary cap, which means even the biggest stars can't earn more than about $250,000 from their team. So why aren't more WNBA players following Clark's lead and staying in the US? It's simple. They can't afford to. For most players, that WNBA salary isn't enough to live on year-round. That's why so many of them pack their bags as soon as the season ends and head overseas. In Europe or Asia, they can earn 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times what they make in the WNBA. But Clark, she's playing a different game entirely. While her WNBA salary might be modest, she's absolutely crushing it when it comes to endorsement. We're talking major deals with brands like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. These contracts are worth millions, way more than she could ever make playing overseas. This is where Clark's situation gets unique. All those endorsement deals, they're tied to her staying in the US, keeping her in the spotlight and growing her brand. If she took off for Europe in the offseason, she'd be risking those lucrative contracts. Plus, she'd be missing out on opportunities to connect with fans, work on her game, and prepare for the next WNBA season. So while other players might be jetting off to Turkey or Russia to make ends meet, Clark's got a different playbook. She's leveraging her star power to build a financial empire right here at home. It's a game-changing move that could reshape how top WNBA players approach their career. While Clark's financial game is on point, her on-court performance faced some unexpected hurdles. Remember that 1-8 start to the season? Is what happened next that shocked everyone. Imagine stepping onto the court for your first pro game. The crowd's roaring, cameras are flashing, and everyone's eyes are on you. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark faced in her rookie year with the Indiana Fever. The pressure was insane. People were expecting her to single-handedly turn the team around, but things didn't quite go as planned. At first, it looked like Clark might have bitten off more than she could chew. The Fever stumbled out of the gates, losing 8 of their first 9 games. Fans were scratching their heads, wondering if the college superstar could cut it in the big league. But here's where it gets wild. Clark didn't crumble under the pressure. She used it as fuel. As the season went on, Clark started figuring things out. She was dropping dimes, sinking threes, and making plays that had everyone's jaws on the floor. By the end of the season, she had helped the Fever turn things around completely. They finished 2020 and snagged the number 6 seed in the playoffs. That's a huge turnaround from where they started, but the regular season was just the warm-up. When the playoffs hit, Clark went into overdrive. She averaged 18 points, 8.5 assists, and 5 rebounds per game. In Game 2 against the Connecticut Sun, she exploded for 25 points. The rookie was playing like a seasoned vet. You know what's crazy? A lot of people underestimated Clark's ability to handle the physicality of the WNBA. But the Fever's general manager, Lynn Dunn, saw something different. She said Clark's speed, strength, and quickness surprised a lot of people, especially after the Olympic break. It's like Clark hit the gym and came back as a whole new player. After the season, Clark took some time to reflect on her rookie year. You know what she said? "I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm the one that's nitpicking every single thing I do. I know I want to help this franchise get even better." That's the mindset of a champion right there. She's not satisfied with just being good. She wants to be legendary. Clark's hunger for greatness isn't just transforming her game, it's reshaping the entire WNBA landscape. Remember that game against the Sparks? It caused such a frenzy that they had to move it to Crypto.com Arena. But here's the real kicker. What if Clark's impact goes beyond just filling seats? Let's talk about the Clark effect. Before she arrived, the Indiana Fever was struggling to draw crowds. Now, they can't keep people away. It's like someone flipped a switch. Suddenly, everyone wants to see Caitlin Clark in action. And it's not just in Indiana. Wherever the Fever play, arenas are packed. You know what's wild? It's not just about the numbers. Clark's changing the whole vibe of the league. People who never cared about women's basketball before are tuning in. They're buying jerseys, following the league on social media, and talking about WNBA games at work. It's like Clark's star power is giving the entire league a boost. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's impact isn't just about this season. It's about the future of the WNBA. Think about it. If one rookie can shake things up this much, what happens when she sticks around? What if other players follow her lead and stay in the US instead of going overseas? Imagine a WNBA where all the top talent is playing every game, where fans can follow their favorite players year-round. That's the kind of league that could really take off, and Clark might be the key to making it happen. You know what's crazy? Some people are already comparing Clark's impact to what Magic Johnson and Larry Bird did for the NBA back in the day. They're saying she could be the face that takes the WNBA to the next level. Honestly, they might be right. So what's the deal with Caitlin Clark in the WNBA? It's simple. She's changing the game. game. By staying put, she's showing other stars they can build their brand right here in the US. That's huge for the league's future. Imagine a WNBA where all the top talent sticks around year round. That's the kind of league that could really take off. You know what's crazy? Clark's just getting started. Her rookie year was insane, but her sophomore season, it could be legendary. We're talking record-breaking stats, sold-out arenas, and maybe even a championship run. So if you're not watching the WNBA yet, you're missing out on history in the making. Trust me, you don't want to be the one who slept on Caitlin Clark's rise to greatness.